All right, Dan, don't blow it.
So how are you? How's everything going?
So good. Things have been crazy. The Artifact Tap Room reopened, and it's just been like balls to the wall every weekend. We've been so busy, and we're so short-staffed. But that means that we've all been making really, really good money in tips. So it's like really hard to complain. I'm having a good time. I'm essentially like the cider nerd. So whenever any of the staff have like a super inquisitive guest and they don't know the answers to like all the process questions or like what
They
apples
just pull you out of the kitchen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the guy that comes out with like the sommelier, like, and here we have the 28 vintage, like, and I was like, this is awesome. This is what I want to do. All right, I'm gonna try to keep the swearing to a minimum because I know that my mom and my grandmother are gonna want to watch this. So
Yeah, so we're here for the 5th episode of Proof is in the Pudding. We're joined by Dan, who's taking a sip. Dan DeLucia, or according to your Facebook, Dan DeLucia.
yeah, that was good. That was really good.
Yeah, today we are making Meatball Subs. I don't know if there's a clever name for these, but they sound legit. Let's get cracking.
Absolutely.
You fry yours in a pan, correct? That's what we're getting into?
Yeah, I do. Great. These are essentially my dad's recipe. He eyeballs everything, but I just love having like essentially like a paper trail to refer to.
It takes a certain cook to not use a recipe. A lot of people obviously like using them, understandably. I like cooking without them, but I've been cooking for a while, so I guess there's certain level of comfort that's already there.
For the longest time, what kept me away from cooking was literally just being embarrassed that like I didn't know how to chop an onion. I didn't know how to mince garlic. And so I kind of watched a lot of YouTube personalities, people that I personally kind of connected with, and they made cooking really like easy and fun and intuitive.
A lot of people just have this idea that it's too difficult and scary once you kind of get past the inherent fear of using fire and knives and stuff.
Yeah, right. All the things I was told not to play with when I was a child, now it's like, okay, you either use these or you starve to death. So
How much garlic do you put in this? Because I like garlic.
I like a lot of garlic. I am not afraid of garlic. So if I've got about 2 cloves minced for inside the meatballs themselves, I've got about 2 or 3 cloves minced for the sauce. And then I'm thinking about doing 1 to 2 cloves that get crushed and then kind of steeped in our butter olive oil mixture that's then going to get painted on the sub rolls. Because for the folks at home, we're doing an excellent first move where we are turning the sub roll into garlic bread and then putting the meatball sub into that. It came to me in a dream, and I'm really happy that that dream is currently becoming a reality. I cannot overstate how excited I am to actually be doing this with you. When I saw your first episode with Christine of Harbor Lights, I immediately, like, my mouth started watering because I was like, holy shit, I want to do that. I want to be there. I love them so much. Such an incredible human.
Yeah. No, Christine's fantastic. Shout out to Harbor Lights. Shout out to Christine. Shout out to the whole Harbor Lights fam.
Shout out.
Okay, I'm gonna start the garlic butter, I think, just to sort of let it sit for a while.
This is hilarious. I feel like I'm finally living out my recent newfound dream of becoming a YouTube cooking personality.
Well, you have the understanding of memes down, so now you have the influencer profile to build. Legitimately, I'm not entirely clear on how we became Facebook friends, but it was a very happy accident because I just started seeing all of these memes popping up, and I was like, "Who's sharing all of these?" And then, sure enough, I saw your name.
Yep.
And I think I was like talking to like Emily Coppola, who knows Christine.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Emily.
Shout out
And she was like, "Oh yeah, he just like posts a lot of memes." But she's like, "Why are you friends with him?" And I'm like, "I don't know." Yeah. So I'm crushing up the rest of my garlic. I'm gonna start getting my sauce going.
Crush. Sorry, I like to talk a lot as I cook because it kind of just like helps focus my energy.
All of that is very helpful for a cooking show, so that's good. So you've mentioned this long-awaited Carnivora album.
Yes.
I guess a few questions about that. How was COVID working, like, with your several projects, I guess?
Well, so two of the projects pretty much just like completely shut down.
Yeah.
And so that's Gnarly Charlie and Riley and the Frozen Ponies. With COVID, Carnivora was probably the most productive we've ever been. We wrote essentially starting from March and April of last year, we've written, I believe, upwards of 10 songs. Nice. And so that's an entire LP that's going to follow up this LP that has been in the works for years. And when I say years, I mean, I recorded the drums for this LP in November of 2017.
So do you have any idea when these Carnivora albums are coming?
Yes. So the reason why the record took so long is because we have been in the long, arduous process of shopping it to labels. We have recently, over the last year and a half, 2 years, we've dropped 3 singles with videos. And so the idea is for, we want to do another, I think, at least 1 or 2 more videos. Because we've always kind of skimped on the visual element of the band. It's always been, Carnivora has always been a very live, like, focused band. We have a couple more video ideas in the works, and then what I believe is going to happen is once those videos drop, we're going to kind of just be like, y'all, here's the record. Like, this has been a long time coming, and we promise it is not going to take nearly this long for the next record. And then with BP in the Big Picture, we essentially recorded the BP EP over quarantine. We had some songs that were started pre-quarantine, but a lot of that was actually really done in the midst of the pandemic. So those were 2 really, really great uses of that year. You know, in a year where everything essentially was put on pause. I consider myself very, very grateful to have been able to record an EP with one project and then write an album's worth of material with the other.
So the EP, the BP EP just released.
Yep.
How's the reaction to that been? It's great. It's very fun. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's been great. We're really looking forward to getting some physical copies and then selling those at shows. We're already booking gigs. Every project except for Gnarly Charlie has a gig on the books within the next, I think starting in August. So yeah, Carnivora record. Guys, you got to believe me when I say it's on the way.
Okay, so I have my sauce bubbling, spinning around. How you doing? You got your sauce. You're starting your sauce. Great. My butter's melted.
Just got the tomatoes in. Sorry, I'm a little behind. Basil in. My best Gordon Ramsay impression. Basil in the pan. Gorgeous, fragrant. All right, are we ready to rip these meatballs?
I'm ready to start getting into these balls. I don't know if you are.
I also did not pay attention to the clock when we started, so I hope this doesn't like take super, super long, but if it's
it will to an extent. I mean, the thing is, I love this whole idea that people can't sit and enjoy something for a long amount of time anymore, because the pandemic proved to us that we are capable of engorging ourselves on TV shows like constantly. It's like you just spent 3 weeks watching all of Gilmore Girls, and you can't watch like a movie.
One single movie.
Just a film. A long film. Also, pause it. Come back to it later.
Yeah.
These things are available to us.
It's like, okay, you'll sit and watch 5 episodes of a 24-minute show, but you can't sit and watch a 2-hour movie because you think it's longer. It's like, that's the same. See, we're bringing the memes back into everything. The breadcrumbs are the binder for the meatballs, and the memes are the binder for our interview right now. I'm going to do about, let's see, I got 1.2 pounds and 1.1 pounds of beef and pork. So I'm probably just going to do about half of each.
See, I'm not following the recipe, so we'll see how these come out. I know that there's just 1 egg. Besides that, I'm just kind of putting stuff in here.
I'm also thinking about putting some like chiffonaded basil in here. I feel like that might be kind of nice.
I love how at some point you say you're not advanced in cooking enough, and then you just whip out chiffonading basil.
Well, I'll be honest. I haven't chiffonaded anything before, so this is going to be first time on camera.
Is your first chiffonade?
I've never shifted. I've never.
Well, I wish you luck in shipping your first nod. I didn't think we would get into chiffonading tonight, but I'm kind of pleased. To the people at home, this is not the ideal way to prepare meatballs, but it is fun. Oh, it does smell nice. We're cooking.
We're cooking as heck right now.
Food is being made. How exciting.
Salt and pep. I'm about to house this sub. This thing does not stand a chance when I get to it. I might add a skosh more breadcrumbs.
God, chiffonade, a skosh? What is going on?
Baby, I'm doing this all for you, all right? How do you feel about this?
I mean, this is the size that I'm going for.
These look pretty similar. Yeah, I feel like we're right on point with each other. All right, cool. I have my meatballs rolled out. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Gonna start with some oil, and I might try a secondary camera angle. I might pull this over to the oven and see how that looks.
Wow! Somebody alert the Oscars. Somebody tell the Emmys.
All right, let's try moving you over here.
Oh, be careful with me.
How's this feel? How's this look?
You know, you got that like dual lighting. You got one face that's like bright. You got the blue on the other side.
Ooh, that is very blue. Oh, do you know the meme that's like bisexual lighting in like?
I was gonna say it, but I didn't know how. I don't know you, so.
Pride Month. It's all good. I'm not bisexual, but I take no offense to being assumed as bi or queer or anything like that.
Well, I'm probably gay enough for both of us, so happy Pride.
Cool. Happy Pride. Love it. Love it. Love you. Love everyone. That's it.
Love wins.
Love wins, baby. Oh my God. Remember in 2015 when we were all sharing that as if it wasn't just about to be the end of the world? You know, he's gone. We're good. It's fine. We don't have to talk about it.
Oh yeah, the world is so much better now.
No, don't you understand? He was the one single thing that was wrong with this country. Now that he's gone, everything's hunky-dory.
So you mentioned this a little while back. You had the new single, Carnivora.
Hypnogenic. Yeah.
How did so you had 2 substantial features on that song. How did that happen? How did that come about?
So I mentioned earlier that Matt Bashand, one of the guitarists from Shadows Fall, is our manager. Yeah. And we met him through playing some shows in the Western Mass scene. If anyone who's not familiar, Shadows Fall is one of like the quintessential Massachusetts like metalcore bands. Really, really blew up in the like, I want to say late 90s, but he'll probably kill me. He's like, nah, dude, we were like 03. But like, yeah, kind of late 90s, early 2000s. I listened to them all throughout like middle school and high school. So to honestly even have a relationship with them in any capacity is like pretty remarkable for me still to this day, even though he's just like band dad at this point. He, over the years, has helped us through booking, you know, certain shows, getting us in contact with certain agents, companies. He's helped us through a wide variety of just like, I'm actually going to start putting the meatballs in. I don't know if you're doing the same.
Yeah, that's actually reassuring. I thought the spattering and cooking was too loud. So if you can't hear it, great. Awesome. I have mine cooking already.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going in. So Matt has helped us with booking, with labels, with all these different like companies and connections. And also, as I mentioned, has helped us with producing, mixing, engineering the to be released LP. So he always wanted to like guest feature on a song. And then John Donace is the lead guitarist, the other guitarist of Shadows Fall, the current guitarist for Anthrax. And we just reached out to them and we were just like, hey, would you guys want to, we've got this like real thrash, like technical ripper. Would you guys want to feature on it? And they were both more than happy to throw us a line and do us the favor. So that's how that came to be. And it's incredible, again, to even just like acknowledge that I'm at a point in my life where people who were heroes to me as I was growing up are now on songs with me. Like that is just it. I'm sorry, Mom, but it's fucked. It really is. It's crazy. For this application, Matt's lows on the chorus, he does the guttural lows with Heidi on the chorus.
Yeah.
And it just adds so much depth and richness. Not to say that Heidi can't produce that richness herself, but when you get an extra voice in there, it brings something to the table that the chorus didn't have prior to. And then John is such a ridiculously talented shredding guitarist that he just laid down this, like, I think it's only like a 4-bar solo, maybe an 8-bar. I mean, it's so fast and it's just like, it's almost incoherent because it's so intense.
I've always wondered with people that drum often, it must be physically painful after a show is over. Have you ever had like a terrible recovery, or like how is getting used to drumming for a metal band? Because that has to be incredibly taxing.
Again, just to kind of like reiterate, I've been drumming for almost 20 years now, and most of that career as a drummer has been metal music. Metal music was like my first love, and I was like inspired by so many metal drummers that I have been playing like really fast and really hard for so long that it's just part of like my style now.
Yeah.
That being said, I still sweat like crazy. My shirt is off by like the second or third song at every Carnivora show. I could have an IV hooked up to me and I would still be like depleted of fluids. And it's not really physically painful just as much as it is just like kind of draining. So like after a show, I like to hang out in the van. I like to just like chill by the merch booth and like literally like, you know, no disrespect to the bands that are playing after us if there are any. I just like to sit down. That's it. That's all. I like to get a cold beer, you know, sell some merch, talk to some people, and just like sit down.
For these meatballs, I'm just like, essentially you just cook them until they're brown. My family's kind of split between the pan fry and the baking method. So yeah, you just gotta kind of like keep turning them, fry up the spots that are still pink. Fortunately, they are balls, so you can just sort of shift them all around.
But I just brought the heat up a little bit, because they are taking a little bit longer than I would like to brown. Some of them aren't fully releasing yet from that first side, which is telling me that they're not ready to move. I got the sauce bubbling away, as Anderson Paak would say, 2 in the hand, 1 in the bag, bubbling, or something like that.
So I guess this is a good time to ask, beer or cider, if you had to choose?
So I'm a beer nerd first and foremost. I'm a cider nerd by trade. There are specific instances where I prefer cider, and there are specific ciders that I prefer over, you know, specific beers. But yeah, I'm a beer boy. Whoop!
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
I'm browning a little too much now. Okay, where's the happy medium? We got to find the happy medium. Yeah, the plan for me is to do like get all sides browned and crispy, and then finish them in the sauce with just like a very quick braise, just so that they kind of soak up some of that.
Okay, I'm not buying the you don't know how to cook thing anymore.
Listen, all I'm saying is that my parents are proud of how far I've come, how quickly I've come. So, yeah, this episode of Proof is in the Pudding is dedicated to Anne and Anthony DeLucia. This is essentially my dad's like eyeballed recipe for meatballs. We're gonna essentially be doing his recipe for garlic bread as the sub roll for the meatball sub. My dad has come to countless Carnivora shows. Oh my God, he's incredible. So he likes photography. He'll come, he'll shoot some photos. He shows up in his like leather jacket and his scally cap. That's like his uniform for like a heavy metal show.
That's awesome.
He's like the sweetest, most supportive man. And he doesn't cook too much. He makes a mean breakfast. And then this is also, like I said, his recipe for meatballs and garlic bread. So shouts out Anthony DeLucia, and then shout out Anne DeLucia. She bought me my drum kit when I was in 5th grade. My parents sat me down and they recognized that I was not very good at sports. And they were like, all right, here's the deal. We'll get you a drum kit if you promise to stick with the school band. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so that drum kit that my mom got me in 5th grade is the drum kit that I played for every gig, every show, up until last year when I got my brand new Noble and Cooley kit. And so that red drum kit that my mom bought for me in 2003 or 2004, that red drum kit was played in 40 43 states. So shout out Andrew Bourque. Love you guys.
That's incredible. God, I'm currently being assaulted by my pans right now. So
oh no!
If I don't make it, I love my parents.
I also
oh my
I don't know
god.
your parents, but I love your parents because they did a great job of you.
I'd be very pleased to hear that. So I got first round balls chilling in my sauce.
Lovely.
Your sub rolls are probably more impressive than mine, but these were literally the only ones I could find. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm looking at the grocery store. I'm like, where are all of the sub rolls?
Oh my god! I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that your sub roll game has been like denied by the grocery gods. I have Piantadosi because I'm not a dullard. I'm not a fool who skips out on his sub rolls. I'm just kidding.
It's so sad. Do they even call these sub rolls? Oh, they're torpedoes.
Torpedoes? Okay. All right. When they're making up some sort of goofy ass name for their product, you know that you're about to get into some bullshit. And once again, just for the people, we're gonna get a quick shot of Stella being a little meatloaf. Oh, we got a yawn! We got a yawn! Yes, I am crushing this content game right now.
How are your meatballs going, sir?
They look phenomenal. They smell great. They're effectively browned on almost all sides. I'm doing one final little turn on a few of them, but I'm going to start introducing them to the sauce situation that we got going on Burner 2. The viewers at home may not know this, but Andrew and I actually invested in the new smell technology where I can actually smell what he's cooking right now, and he can smell what I'm cooking. And I can tell you guys with absolute certainty that his kitchen smells phenomenal right now.
Forgot how much fun it was to fry meatballs because you're just like sort of like rolling them around in the pan, and then they just like completely change form.
Yeah, yeah.
It's magic.
I identify a lot with meatballs as just like a being, you know,
just rolling around,
you know, just like absorbing a bunch of oil, getting crispy and delicious. Like that's pretty much who I am as a person.
I'm gonna cut my bread, my puny sub roll.
Your torpedoes. Hey, this is branded content. We got to be calling them what they are.
I got a little chiffonade of basil sticking out.
Yeah, buddy.
We all went to a high school that had like its own set of vocabulary, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think that was just like a thing that happened.
Danvers High School. What a goddamn embarrassment. That was us, baby. DHS, class of 2011. Mr. Parsons, what up? Mr. Sandra Mano, what up? Mr. Paquette, how you doing? What's up?
Oh my god.
Actually, there's a couple teachers that actually actively follow me. I'm going to try to get their names right. Mr. Avision, how's it going? Please keep Fenway safe for me. Mr. Lamar, I love you. I love you. I love you. Mr. McGillen, I doubt you're going to see this, but I love you too, even if you don't want to admit it. Yeah, that's it. Bread. We're in Bread Town now. Wow, this is all moving so fast. Are you sure you don't want to just take like another 2 hours, like letting the sauce? All right, I'm actually gonna go in first. The addition of the minced garlic and the chiffonaded basil, it really does change the game.
Okay, so I got my broiler on. I'm gonna start putting my garlic bread together.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Here we have a lovely Piantadosi 8-inch sub roll.
Yeah, see, that's an actual sub roll.
All right, I've got my olive oil, butter, garlic, braise, confit liquid, whatever you want to call it.
The confit.
Confit! Oh!
When you're dealing with butter and cheese and stuff, there really aren't any mistakes.
Exactly, like how
Besides,
bad...
like, massive indigestion.
You know, I've actually been getting onto like the dairy substitute game recently. I've been getting oat milk in a lot of coffees, and I'm just loving it.
This is the situation that could go from fine to terrible very quickly.
Wait, hang on. Did you put Parmesan on your garlic bread?
I did.
Okay, good. Okay, just checking. Just making sure. That's like arguably the most important part.
Nope, we're getting toasty.
All right, I'm a hair behind you. I apologize.
Come on, Dan.
I know. We got garlic bread in the oven. Taking I'm out of beer. Oh no, here it is. Here's my other beer.
Mine are almost done. We are about time to consume these subs.
I am so excited.
Very hot, toasty bread coming out of the oven. Oh, it's hot. I'm grabbing it with my hands. Why? Yes, please.
Oh, buddy. As the kids in the skate community would say, sheesh!
All right, I'm putting mozzarella directly on the bread, and then I'm going to put the meatballs on top.
You read my mind! Yes! Oh my god, we're going to be best friends after this.
Here we go. I'm assembling.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. I'm so jealous. Oh, are you thinking about possibly doing a little bit of fresh basil on top too?
We can. These look so adorable.
I'm like considering just taking one of my little confit pieces of garlic out of this saucepan and just eating it right now. What do you think about that?
I'm probably gonna do that right now.
All right, ready? Hang on, wait. Oh, I was gonna cheers you. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's real good.
Cheers. Oh, yummy.
Stella's being cute. I got to bring the camera over to her again real quick. And there she is.
Uh-oh.
Cute cat on the ground alert.
Oh, okay. Meatballs are good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you haven't had yours yet?
No.
I've developed a really bad habit of doing like a death metal voice at the skate park. And it's like kind of following me around to other parts of my life where I just like, I get so excited that I just want to go like, yo!
So who I guess does this? Who mainly is the vocalist in Carnivora? Like who is?
It's all Heidi. Heidi does the cleans. Heidi does the lows. Heidi does the highs. She is a one human wrecking crew. She's outstanding. She's Berkeley trained. She's got so much soul in her. I love her so much. I'm gonna check the sub roll real quick.
Yeah, don't burn those.
Oh, we're ready. Let's go.
It is time to eat.
Oh my god, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. Okay, here we have our toasted bun, our garlic bread bun, and then we were going to grab one. Oh wait, mozzarella. Hang on. PEMDAS. Order of operations. Mozzarella.
So I guess while you're finishing that up, you got a lot of stuff going on. How do you feel about the upcoming year? What does the next year look like for you? What are you most excited for?
Oh wow, that's a great question. A short term, what I'm most excited for is actually moving in with Zoe and Emily from the Bad Larrys. Like I said, like I've been in this apartment for a while, so like the move itself is very big and very like emotional for me. But I'm very excited to kind of like start that next chapter. Music wise, just playing shows again. I this really doesn't need to be said, but going this long without playing for people has been really hard.
Yeah.
It's where I feel most comfortable. It's where I have the most fun. And to be deprived of that for
over a year.
Are we at 15, 16 months now? Something like that. Like it's incredible.
On that note,
let's present our incredible meatball subs on garlic bread sub rolls. Oh no, I almost dropped it. Holy shit.
That would have been terrible.
All right, enough dicking around. Andrew, thank you for your patience. Thank you for your expertise and your knowledge. I really enjoyed this. Let's take a goddamn bite, should we?
And here we go. Cheers, my friend.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my. Yep. The amount of garlic in here is like perfect.
I think we did a really good job, buddy.
Well, These are delicious. Thanks to your dad and your mom and just your whole genetic line, really. Here we are. We're at the end. We've made meatball subs. They're delicious.
They are so good.
I'll give you the floor for any last plugs, points, speeches, facts you want to make.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for watching. Please listen to the BP EP by BP in the Big Picture. 5-track EP of kind of surf rock, some blues, some folk, some kind of like punky elements. It's something that I'm really, really proud of. Please listen to Carnivora. We got some cool stuff in the works. We're going to be dropping the record. I know we've been saying that for years, but we actually mean it this time. Shows in the works, really, really cool shows that I literally cannot tell you about right now. Things that are just like so exciting. And yeah, please support all local bands, local restaurants, local businesses. Like, this has been the worst year ever to own a small local business or have a local enterprise such as like a band or something else. So if you have any expendable or disposable income, please spend it on people who bring you joy and you know, whose art you consume. So yeah, this has been a blast.
We got a friend.
Oh, you froze. What's going on? Who is that?
This is Archibald, Archie for short.
You're frozen. I can't see you. Oh my God.
Come on.
Oh, there he is. Holy shit. What a sweetie. Hi, Archie. Okay, hang on. If you're going to be holding a dog, I'm going to be holding my cat, and that's how the episode's going to end. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to episode 5 of Proof is in the Pudding. Oh, she wants out. Andrew, thank you. This has been an absolute blast.